Trapped inside the secret circuits, unraveling through the miles. Oh, truth was masked by golded curtains. You didn't know we're shattering the silence. Feel the power. Revelations on the rise. From the shadows, light emerges, breaking through the veils of dark. 0 points in gravity converge, yeah, guiding voices, revelations.
Testing 1 2, testing 1 2.
Call. They're begging us to open our eyes. We stand tall, defying all their lies. You didn't know we're shattering the silence. Feel the power. Revelations on the rise. Forbidden knowledge we dare to see, unveiling secrets, setting minds free. In this epic, we play our part with fierce hearts. You didn't know we're shattering the silence. Feel the power. Revelations on the rise.
Have you heard about this benefactor guy? This dude is talking about free energy, but here's the twist. He says it's not free energy. He's calling it energy recycling, which first off is kind of genius, right? Because when you say free energy, people immediately throw you in the crazy bin. But energy recycling, that sounds like some next level Tesla shit.
Yeah, man, it's all about the branding. But what is it that he's actually doing?
All right, check this out. He posted this. Free energy isn't actually free. This is a misnomer. It's actually a mutual exchange from the vacuum, a field of energy from which everything arises, the same energy that powers an atom. Like what? Bro, that's some deep shit. But then he breaks it down. He says you can tap into this energy without breaking any known laws of physics by using something called back EMF capture.
Whoa, back EMF capture? Sounds like some serious sci-fi tech.
Dude, listen to this. He explains that when a coil collapses using a pulsed signal, the energy that would normally just get wasted, like just dissipate as heat, can actually be recycled. He says nature gives you back energy to stabilize the system, which makes sense if you think about how nature works. Like everything in nature is always trying to find balance, right?
So equilibrium, is that like how water always levels out or something? I'm trying to remember what Ms. Murphy said to me in 6th grade science all those years ago. What was that? Oh yeah, Elon, stop eating that glue and pay attention. Man, if only I had listened, I'd probably be the one inventing energy recycling instead of just talking about it.
Exactly. So he's saying that by intentionally destabilizing the system, collapsing the field, you actually get energy back as a kind of natural response. And here's where it gets wild. He compares it to pushing a swing. If you push at the right moment, you don't need to use a lot of energy and the swing gains momentum. But instead of a swing, he's using resonance to harness that extra energy without it becoming destructive. He says most traditional systems are like a surfer fighting against the current, while his method is like riding the wave to shore.
Dude, that's crazy. So he's basically saying the energy is already there. I just suck at using it efficiently?
That's what it sounds like. He's basically saying the way we harness energy now is like trying to swim against the tide. And if we used resonance instead, we'd be tapping into energy that's already there, just waiting to be used. I don't know, man. Either this guy is onto something or he's the most poetic bullshitter of all time.
Well, if he's legit, why isn't he all over the news? I haven't heard anything from him on X, formerly Twitter. He hasn't said anything bad about me on X. So, you know, I didn't ban him or anything. Look, I'm not the monster my therapist says I am. I mean, sure, I've spent millions of dollars training to beat a kangaroo in a fist fight, but that doesn't mean I'm dangerous. It just means I get shit done.
That's the real question, man. But here's the craziest part. I looked into him, and he's not selling anything. he open sources all of it. That's the real question, man. Either the system doesn't want to hear it, or we're about to find out if this guy disappears in the middle of the night.
Dude, that's crazy. He's absolutely crazy. That means if he's telling the truth, anybody could build this in their garage. You know what I say? Go fuck yourself, benefactor.
Nope, no patents, no paywalls, just straight up, here, take it, see for yourself. Like, what kind of madman does that? Usually people either try to cash in or they get shut down before they can say a word. But this guy, he's out there on live streams showing people exactly how to replicate it.
I mean, if you want to try to take on my Tesla tech, how dare you put out better technology that is cheaper and safer? Go fuck yourself.
That's the thing, man. If it's real and people start building it, that's a game changer. We're talking about completely shifting how we think about energy. But also, if it's real, you got to wonder how long before somebody tries to stop him.
Or maybe we can think of it like how long before his Tesla mysteriously malfunctions.
Exactly. You ever notice how every time someone gets too close to this kind of stuff, they either disappear, get discredited, or somehow have a tragic accident? But this guy's going full transparency mode. He's putting it all out there where everyone can see it. Maybe that's his strategy. If enough people know, it can't just get buried.
Holy shit, this might be one of those moments, you know, like we look back and say that was the start of something huge.
Can't you hear his voice? Treated like a toy. Ideas misunderstood, but brilliance is his point. Benefactor boy, can't you hear his voice? Talking about 0 point, the points lost on them. Capital structures crumbling from the same old stem. They laugh like I'm crazy, but I see it all so clear. Exploited paper on net, injustice burning ears. Fighting for a change in this wasteland of noise. But they call me foolish, wanting shed boys. Benefactor boy, dreaming about the world begin to boy. Changing the system, but treated like a toy. Ideas misunderstood, but brilliance is his point. Benefactor boy, can't you hear his voice?
Welcome, and welcome back to the Benefactor's Guide to Free Energy Devices. We have an exciting episode for you today. What if I told you there's a metallic sphere with no power source that's flying through the air, contains smaller spheres inside of it, has symbols etched on the surface like some kind of interdimensional golf ball? But get this, it landed in Buga, Colombia, not somewhere like Area 51. Today, we're going to crack open a case that is stranger than fiction, and quite possibly stranger than physics itself. The mystery of the Buga Sphere. But first, we're going to take a look at some other mysterious spheres in this quick video on the Betts sphere.
Terry sees this metallic-looking ball in the ground there.
The Bet's sphere might look like an ordinary metal ball, but it's much more than meets the eye.
What was this strange metallic sphere?
This bizarre object discovered by a Florida family in 1974 has sparked strange and fascinating theories.
When you found it, was it just lying flat on top of the ground?
Yes, it's lying on the ground. It's like a wooded area.
From alien tech to an elaborate prank. What's wild is that it didn't just baffle the Betts family. The object also left scientists scratching their heads.
Is that if you put the sphere on the ground, it'll roll away from you and then roll back to the person who rolled the sphere initially.
Could it be an artifact from another world, or is there a more down-to-earth explanation? Let's dive into the curious mystery of the Betts sphere and the incredible stories that surround it.
Alright, let's get to the shiny mystery here. The Buga Sphere, sighted zipping through the sky before erratically landing or possibly even crashing in Buga, Colombia. First thought here is maybe it's a meteorite, but then locals noticed something off. It wasn't charred, it wasn't hot, it was perfect, it was perfectly smooth. The metallic surface had symbols, not scratches, but symbols etched with intention. Some say they look like petroglyphs. Others say they look like a code. Here's where things get really wild. Scientists, or alleged scientists, depending on how much trust you have with the white coats these days, did an X-ray scan. And what did they find? Not just one layer, but 3 concentric metal shells. Inside, 9 microspheres, perfectly round, perfectly aligned. It's like a nesting doll made by nanobots with vortex-based mathematics in mind. No welds or seams either. No manufacturing marks at all. Not even the obligatory Made in China stamp, as we've seen on many of Trump's merchandise. It's almost as if it made itself. So some theories in tinfoil hat ideas include, is the Buga Sphere an alien artifact? Is it advanced technology from a breakaway civilization? Is it some quantum object operating on principles we aren't fully supposed to understand? Let's stack it up. We've seen the Betts sphere back in the 70s and in the video you've seen recently. Rolling uphill, humming when played near music, moving on its own, following people. Sound familiar? Then there's Peru mummies, bodies with non-human DNA, that conveniently vanish from mainstream news cycles once the lab results raise questions they can't understand. What's going on, Paul? Welcome back to the show. So, pattern recognition isn't just paranoia here. It's something that I've often emphasized for survival. Analysis hinges on pattern recognition. So what if the Buga Sphere isn't tech as we know it? What if it's a sympathetic resonator, waiting for a carrier frequency to wake it up and say hello? What's going on, Mike? How you doing? And what if the reason we can't replicate... Well, I'm sorry. I am off. In the end, the truth isn't just out there. It might be in Buga, Colombia, or in your own backyard, or floating inside a coil waiting for a synthetic wave that dances just right. Stay tuned, the show isn't over yet. We still have a special bonus breaking news segment to go over. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, some exciting and terrifying breaking news. So stay tuned for this short yet sweet episode of Benefactor's Guide to Free Energy Devices.
This dude is talking about free energy, but here's the twist. He's
This video was bang on brilliant stuff. I'll give it a shout out in my next video. I've forwarded it to Malcolm to check out too.
The viewers have spoken. What an amazing documentary. Thanks for producing it.
Never seen this all tied together so well. Gonna share the heck out of it. Bravo, and thank you.
Divine Science is officially a hit.
Amazing stuff, very nicely presented. New sub who can't consume your content quick enough. Great video, dude. Keep at it, you are doing the good work.
You did a great job putting this all together. It's a great overview, goes into amazing depth at times, so it's interesting for the larger swath of people. Well played, sir.
Okay, so I didn't sleep last night because I watched this 3 times and binged the rest of the channel. You have fantastic instincts for piecing concepts together. Almost every section was something I was already familiar with in a different context, and this documentary was the thread connecting them all.
Join us on a journey into a place of hidden knowledge. A place where science is stranger than fiction.
You might have heard a Jewel Thief circuit hum to you before, but have you ever heard a Jewel Thief circuit actually sing to you? This is energy recycling. 15.5 hours of continuous power compared to just 2.5 hours off of a standard inverter. While this traditional inverter already maxes out at 88.5% efficiency, we're breaking every limit with my Vortex coil system. This standard DC to AC inverter will only run for 2.5 hours on 12.2 watt hours of energy. But my system provides energy for a whopping 15.5 hours off of the same 12.2 watt hours. That's over 6 times more efficient. Not only that, the system will keep powering my lights well past 12 volts on the battery. This isn't just an upgrade, it's a new industrial revolution. This is the energy of the future, and you are powering it. Imagine a world where energy is infinite, where the power to fuel our lives doesn't come from burning the past, but from harnessing the future. This is the breakthrough that changes everything. 0-point energy, the power of the universe itself, unlocked, and you are the reason it is possible. While the world sleeps, you're awake. While others talk, we are building. This isn't just technology, it's a revolution. And it's happening right now, powered by you. So thank you so much for joining me here on Beneficence TV and supporting our goals in open sourcing 0-point energy technology and disseminating all forms of forbidden knowledge.
Changing the system, treated like a toy. Ideas misunderstood, but brilliance is his boy. Benefactor boy.
Ah, there you are. Welcome back, everybody, to the Benefactor's Guide to Free Energy Devices and the news segment, specifically some disturbing breaking news. back to Buga. Okay, just days ago, Stephen Greer, yes, that Stephen Greer, was reportedly at the very facility housing the Buga Sphere, preparing to have it moved for proper lab analysis. Or they were doing or conducting lab analysis. I'm not really sure. He didn't elaborate. But things got weird. He said men dressed as police but weren't police showed up trying to access the vault. But here's the thing. They were dressed as police, but he said they weren't police. This is very disturbing news. So Greer looked visibly shaken in this video, not his usually composed self. This wasn't a, bureaucratic interference of some sort. This was something else. And if you follow Greer's work, you know he has rattled some serious cages down his line. So the timing is too perfect, the interest too high, and the tech maybe not of this world. Somebody doesn't want this thing studied or understood. That much is clear.
Hello everyone, this is Dr. Stephen Greer. I'm in Mexico City. As many of you know, we've been examining the Buga Sphere for the last 2 days with Congressman Burleson and a group of scientists. We've just been notified by Jaime Mason that there was an attempt by fake policemen to enter the vault where this Buga Sphere is stored, and we have notified security and the apparatus I'm working with under law enforcement. And you should know that the other risk here is that we have taken specific samples from the Buga Sphere that will be tested in a state-of-the-art lab to prove whether or not the metal, as well as some of the other components, are of Earth or outer space origin. Those scientists' information have been provided to the top law enforcement and security apparatus that I'm working with. And so any sort of attempts to interfere with this examination will be known, and the people and perpetrators will be held to account for. So this is what I wanted people to know, and we're doing everything to set up security for this. Thank you.
Extremely disturbing news from Dr. Greer. Now, before we go into our final news segment of the evening and end the podcast, a quick message from today's sponsor. Dollar Guard Disguise Kits. Now available in a dollar store near you. Tonight's episode is brought to you by Dollar Guard Disguise Kits, because sometimes you need to break into a top secret UFO vault on a budget. Need to look like an officer of the law but only have $20 and a questionable mustache? Dollar Guard's got you covered with their deluxe budget impersonation kit. It includes one Velcro police patch that actually says Pulse because we lost the I in shipping. Don't judge us. An aviator sunglasses with built-in make-believe X-ray feature. It's really just polarized lenses. And a plastic badge that says, "Trust me, I'm official, TM." One can of cheap body spray. For that deep state musk. So whether you're storming a UFO site or just trying to skip the DMV line, Dollar Guard has got you, got a ticket, has got your ticket to looking like somebody who might actually fucking matter. So Dollar Guard is not affiliated with any law enforcement agency, Pentagon, or beatings for Zeta Reticuli. Side effects may include getting arrested, looking deeply suspicious, and being tackled by Stephen Greer in flip-flops. Oh, I'm glad I got through that one. A more serious note, we have some really exciting news with this discovery in beeology. Get it? Beeology. Bees, yes. Bees might be the next step in curing breast cancer. So researchers have now confirmed that melatonin, that's the main compound in honeybee venom, has the ability to selectively destroy breast cancer cells. That's right. Unlike chemotherapy, which is nuking your backyard to kill a mole, melatonin punches microscopic holes in the cancer cell's membrane. This is very fascinating. Like a biological precision strike without hurting surrounding healthy tissue. It's still early, but this could mean natural therapies, real ones, not snake oil, are finally getting the scientific attention they deserve. The same bees that pollinate our gardens may just be packing the cure in their stingers. I always say nature knows the waveform. We just gotta stop scrambling it, right? Look, between cancer-fighting bees and vault-invading imposters, the world isn't just changing, it's revealing itself. You just have to know where to look. So stay charged, stay aware, and if you see something unexplainable in the night sky, don't be so eager to dismiss it. Keep your curiosity in the open, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining me on this brief but amazing episode of the Benefactor's Guide to Free Energy Devices. Like, follow, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. It always helps out with the algorithm. And remember, reality is negotiable, but your waveform is forever. See you next time right here on Beneficence TV.
Masked by coded curtains. You didn't know we're shattering the silence. Feel the power. Revelations on the rise. From the shadows, light emerges, breaking through the veils of dark. 0 points and gravities it converge, yeah. Guiding voices, revelation start. Ancient whispers call. They're begging us to open our eyes. We stand tall, defying all their lies. Even in now, we're shattering the silence. Feel the power. Revelations on the rise. Forbidden knowledge we dare to see. Unveiling secrets, setting us free. In this epic, we play our part with fearless hearts. You didn't know we're shattering the silence. Feel the power. Revelations on the